Since about October last year.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been good, mate. We started off by just wanting to, because I get to know a bit about everyone.
Yeah.
Here, but thought it'd be a good way for all the members to get to know someone a little bit better.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, just kicked it off with I think like Mitch Vella, Shay, Smithy.
Yeah, I had a little look at a few of them. Yeah.
They were the pioneers, and everyone's nervous, but it's just a conversation.
I'm a little bit nervous, but
me too. I always do, like, because you want to have a good experience, and,
yeah, of course.
Just a good chat.
Yeah. Lucky we can edit anything out.
Yeah, mate.
Start. Get a bit of a stutter on, mate. Might have to go edit that out, please.
We'll be good, mate. We'll be good.
Yeah.
So this Arete Podcast, as I said, mate, just for the members to get to know you a little bit more, even myself.
Yeah.
Don't know a lot about you.
Yeah, no, not really.
But, the reputation precedes you.
Oh, jeez.
Which is good.
I don't know about that.
Mate, everyone says really good things about you, hey?
Okay.
Which, and my experience with you has been the same, bro.
Yeah.
So, ANZAC Day today, how different to every other year? How did you...
Very, very different.
What did you do this morning?
Got up nice and early, 5:45, set the alarm, got out the front driveway, and two of the neighbours were there as well.
Yeah.
So we just done the old social media bugle, listened to that, and took the sunrise in and went back inside, mate. Very different to past years.
Yeah. What do you usually do?
I've been to a couple of dawn services. I won't say I go every year.
Yeah.
But if not make the dawny, then I'm usually Windsor RSL quite early, 2 up. Yeah, It's Mum's birthday today, so
okay.
Usually
shout out to Mum.
Shout out to Mum. Happy birthday, Vic. I'll be up later, drive by in the car and say hello.
Yeah, perfect.
So usually quite a few beers down by now.
Yeah.
2 up, don't really win.
Yeah.
Last year, I will put this on the podcast, 13 heads in a row. I've cleaned North Richmond Panthers out. Just wild scenes, mate. They were off me. I think they were going to cut the membership at one stage.
13 in a row.
13 in a row, that's hand to heart. I'll never do it again, but unbelievable.
Mate, they would have been, they would have wanted you out of that ring for sure.
100%. So that was early days in the day as well. I wish I held that run for a bit later when the cash was in the ring. I didn't really get as much as I could have. But a good mate of mine, Pops, he done his ass actually. So I got him out of trouble with a 50. He wanted one more crack. I said, stuff it, I'll go in with you.
I've got you covered.
I'll go 50 in as well. Just one last go. I think it was the last throw of the day. He threw 8.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, just an unbelievable day. Wow. Best luck. Yeah. It's probably one in, I'm 28 now, so 1 in 10 I've won.
Yeah. Isn't it great when you're with the lads and you just have one of those days? Yeah.
I wish it happened more often, mate, but like you said, you can't beat that.
Yeah, exactly. Have you been to the War Memorial for one?
I have. I have. Year 6 camp.
Wow.
Yeah. Went down to Canberra.
Yeah.
So that's the one and only time.
Yeah, right.
That was probably a bit young to take it in as I would now.
Yeah.
But bit eerie.
Yeah, I went a couple of years ago, 2015.
Okay.
It was like just for an ANZAC Day, if you can experience that, go to the War Memorial for one, just once in your life. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's really brings it home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, mate, hopefully next year we're back to normal.
I think so.
Coronavirus, how is that affecting you?
Mate, as we were saying before off the podcast, it's a bit weird and eerie for me. Work hasn't changed at all. So I'm still getting up and going to work as normal. I mean, although things at work have obviously changed with the rules and regulations, but I sort of get it back out of that gate and it's back to isolation and lockdown. Wife's there at home every day with the bub, so you sort of live in two worlds almost. So yeah, I won't say. Obviously, there's a lot of people worse off than me, which is sad to see. But yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird. If that was an answer.
Yeah, no, that's good. It is like we were talking before. Some people are in isolation and can't work. Like for ourselves, and then other people, they're going to work. And
if not busier.
So just interesting times, mate.
It is.
When you hear people that are, 50, 70, and they haven't experienced times like this, you know that we're living through something. We're living through history, and who knows what's going to happen on the other side of this.
I think that's the biggest thing, Craig. Who knows? Like everyone's just, there's no set in stone dates or vaccines or anything. It's quite scary.
Yeah.
And it's bloody weird, mate.
Yeah, it is, mate. You mentioned before you're married.
Married, yes. Married to the beautiful Lauren.
Lauren, yeah.
Lauren Chadovich. Now a Hollis. So much easier to spell the last name now. Go have a crack at spelling Chadovich.
CHAD EVICK.
No, silent T.
Silent T.
CHADOVITCH.
What the hell was I saying?
Oh yeah, she's Macedonian heritage.
Yeah, right. Where did you meet?
We met in Richmond.
Yeah, okay.
At a little house party, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Long time ago now.
Yeah.
Young.
What was it about her that caught your eye?
She was long black hair and had that woggy features.
Yeah.
Just done it for me.
Yeah, right.
Still does.
That's awesome.
Yeah, long time. Just kids back then. Had a few ups and downs early days.
Yeah.
As most people do, and
everyone does, mate.
We got through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew she was always the one. So
it
comes from a very good family, and they've helped me out a lot as well. So yeah.
Sorry, when did you get married?
We got married 4 years ago.
Yeah, nice.
In October. Yeah, okay. 2016.
Yeah.
You've really put me on the spot there. Yeah, October 2016.
Yeah, cool. And your little one?
Little Zara Bear, yeah.
Okay.
She's 6.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 10th of October last year, so that has flown.
Yeah. There's quite a few little ones getting around Arete at the moment. Any advice for John at the moment? Because
mate,
Matilda's 6 weeks.
I had a chat with him the other day about it, and I said just enjoy this newborn phase.
Yeah.
Because Zara's 6 months and it's gone like that.
Yeah.
And newborn, and now she's sitting up watching telly. It's just it's crazy too how that all works. Like bit of a spin out, but enjoy it. Yeah.
How's being a father changed you?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. From the moment I knew I was a father, I was just stoked.
Yeah.
Just absolutely stoked, and then to have a little girl. I don't know, but I've got mates with boys and mates with girls, and I don't know, they all say having a little girl is just a bit different. So
calmed you down a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it did.
Yeah.
It's just you get home from work, any shitty day is automatically fixed when you see the smile when you walk in the door. So it's
puts everything into perspective.
It does, mate. It does. It really does.
Yeah. Whereabouts do you live?
I live in North Richmond.
Yep.
In the Red Bank estate.
Yep.
We've been there 3 years now. Yeah.
Okay.
So we bought the land in 2015. Built a year and a half later.
Yep.
Yeah. So been there a few years now.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Worked. Yeah. Had some little bit of help along the way, as all good family does, and just knuckled down. Grew up a little bit. Worked hard.
Yeah.
Saved and made it happen.
Yeah. Beautiful. Where'd you grow up?
This might take a while.
Yeah,
I've been everywhere.
Awesome.
I've been everywhere. So
the good thing about this is each time that someone does something, like we have a chat, there's we're from all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'll see members later on going, I didn't know that you live there.
That's
or
right.
I used to live there as well. And
yeah.
blah, blah,
it's a real small world. There's always someone that comes from where you do.
Yes.
I've found that in life.
Yeah.
Like There's always someone that knows someone as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that works, but it's just like it's meant to be. You meet someone that knows someone.
Yeah. Oh,
but anyway, I was no memories of this, but we did live in up in Agnes in Queensland when I was a baby.
Yeah.
Like newborn, I think up to 1. And then down at Canley Heights.
Yeah.
Okay. Down there. So I was born at Fairfield.
Mm-hmm.
A bit all over the shop, but yeah, Canley Heights was probably there till 4, 5, down that way. Then we moved up to the Central Coast, so lived at Tuggerah.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Tuggerah Public for the first 2 years of school, and then parents divorced, and you better put that on.
Yeah.
Are you the rookie here, or
I am, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I can still hear you clearly though. First 2 years, and then things happened, and we moved down here, Landilo.
Yeah,
with our
right.
cousins, so out west, completely different scenes.
Yep.
Went to Landilo Public till finished year 6 there, but in year 6 we actually moved up to Kermond. So in between there, Mum met stepdad Glenn, and then started at Colo High.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so I was at Kermond's a family home.
Yep, okay.
And obviously moved out when we got married.
Okay.
Yeah, and the house is sort of 4 months later.
Yep. Do you remember that time where your parents separated?
Yeah, I do, yeah. It's, I do remember it. It was, I don't know how to put it into words. Things happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably not a biggest fan of the old man. We've got no contact anymore, but that's cool.
Okay.
Mum's met a bloke that I can't, what he's done for us as kids and for Mum, unbelievable. Like,
yeah.
So I'm really happy that's probably happened now.
Yeah.
In hindsight, he's a really, really good bloke, Glenn. Good lawyer too. A lot of blokes probably listening to this have had his help.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a local solicitor, so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Growing up, there's always, send me Gleno's number, mate. I've stuffed up. Not big infringements, just traffic, and we all lost our P's once or twice, so.
We've all needed that help from time to time.
We do, yes, as young pups.
Yeah.
But,
mate, at the end of the day, and this is what I've learned, as long as, people just need to be happy.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going on in relationships behind closed doors.
No.
Sometimes just stuff happens and people need to move on.
Definitely.
And man, that's awesome that she found Glenn, and you guys have kept relatively family unit.
Yeah, for sure, because it's and I think having my own little girl now, I know what a good family is, so I want to keep that. I don't want to sort of start her life the way mine started, sort of thing. But without putting a negative too much on it. Everyone's probably went through their own little battles or got their family history, but that's sort of, you learn lessons, and I think you try and take things, all the goods. One thing I'll say, as a kid and a teenager, you'd always be like, you resent your parents and what they were trying to do for you, and it's not till like you move out of your 18 to 20, you start finding yourself doing and saying what they used to say to you daily. And I'd laugh, I'd ring Mum and be like, you know how you always said that to me and I hated you for it? Guess what I'm saying now? So, it is, and obviously, in here there's a lot of people in their 20s, and I see behaviours that I used to do. 100%.
And you just think, I know where that's heading, or
for sure, we've been there, done that.
And I think as you get into your 30s and then your 40s, you start to really appreciate, what your parents did.
Yeah, you're not in your 40s yet, are you?
I am, mate. I am, thanks, Julian.
You're right, mate.
Unless you were going to say, I thought you were 50.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Thanks, mate. Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, older sister, Alicia. Younger brother, Pat, he's 11 months younger.
Yeah, 11 months.
11 months, yeah.
Okay.
He's the accident of the family. He's a champion. loose unit, but he's a champion.
Yeah. You all get along and...
Yeah, we do. Yeah. And Connor is Glenn's son. So
Okay.
yeah, he's my brother too.
Yep. How old is he?
He's 16.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a big gap. Like Leisha's 6 years older than me, or 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a good blended little family. Like, we get along good. Yeah, always have. Leisha's like our second mum.
Yep.
And Connor, man, probably I haven't been as close to him because I've moved out and whatnot. But yeah, he's growing up now and voice is a bit deeper and he's almost taller than me and Pat. It's crazy. He's got like a 14 shoe, plays basketball.
Jesus.
Yeah, I remember him being a little kid. Like, yeah.
Imagine, remember when you're 16? Like,
yeah, I do.
Like just, crazy time.
If you could go back now, you'd change a bit, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
I would anyway.
I think it's funny because you're 28. You could probably go back. I was going to ask you a bit later. If you could go back to 20 and 16, what advice would you give yourself now? But you're constantly doing that.
Yeah, you are.
At 30, you'll be totally different mindset, different person to what you were at 20.
Yeah.
When you hit 40, you're totally different mindset person than what you were at 30, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Life's just about lessons.
It is. I think you constantly, hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. What was school like for you?
School was good. I was always quite academically smart. I was always in the top classes or top 2.
Yeah.
It was good. So, first day of high school, because I went to Landilo all the way through primary school, but lived in Kermond for that last 6 months of year 6.
Yep.
So I didn't know one person day 1 of year 7. Not one.
Yeah, right.
So that was scary.
Yep.
There was 200 odd year 7 starting, and looking back now, always a bit of a nervous sort of character. I'm a bit better now.
Yeah.
So that was freaking. Like, put on a brave face, but I was going, what's going on here? Like, a little funny story actually. The very first roll call, and we're all 200 in the hall. There's a girl become friends with her later, Rachel Hollis.
Yeah.
And I've stood up, and I'm like, it's Rachel Hollis. I'm like, that's a great start to my high school bloody career. Like,
you're trying to play it cool.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
and you're answering to Rachel Hollis.
Yeah, Rachel Hollis, and mate, so that was the start of high school for me.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You made friends. I think there was a few other people. There was no one like me. There was no one that didn't know at least one.
Yeah.
So that was hard, but I guess you just be yourself and you make friends.
Yeah. Was it hard for you to make friends?
Not really.
Did it take a while?
Not really.
Because now like for me, like you're quite an open book, and you're quite outgoing. And
to a degree.
I could see that you would make friends quite easily.
Yeah,
that's the perception I have anyway.
Yeah, no, I'd like to think I can. I like to, I could walk up to anyone and listen to their story, or g'day, how you going? I'm Sam. What's your name? I'd like to think I can do that.
Yeah.
Without judging anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all judge sometimes
very
pretty
good
easily.
At that. Yeah.
Pretty easily. I won't lie, I've done it too. But as you get a bit older now, like. Yeah, you just never know what people have gone through or are going through. Yeah. So, I don't want to sound like a cheese or anything. But
no. Mate, you don't.
No, I'd like to think I did make friends pretty easily.
Yeah.
I had a sporty background.
Yeah.
So that helped as well.
What sports did you play as a kid?
Footy.
Yeah.
Definitely footy. Had a year of soccer, because Mum was over driving 2 different places, which is... I understand that now.
Yeah.
So we played for Londonderry in soccer for a year. And
how old were you then?
I was 11.
Yeah.
I was 11. I wasn't that good at soccer.
11's an awkward age, that gangly sort of...
I started high school, I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
So I started primary early.
Yeah, wow.
Started primary, so I'm an April baby.
Yeah.
And I was 4 in February. So I had 2 months. So I was always the youngest.
Yeah.
I think I was 2 younger in high school.
Yeah.
But 11 was an awkward age.
Yeah. When did you get into rugby league?
So I played for Cambridge Park. I don't know if you're familiar with Cambo.
I do.
Cambo were good back in the day. They're a bit dirty now.
Yeah.
You always know, you get a Sunday Arvo and A grade at Cambo, you know you're in for a big one.
Yeah.
More by the crowd than anything.
Yeah.
Usually you sort of towel them up, but the more tries you put on them, the worse the crowd gets towards you.
Yeah.
So I had a year there, under 8s, and then had 2 years of soccer.
Okay.
At Londonderry, and then went into Windsor Wolves at under 11s.
Yep.
Then we moved to Kermon, so I had to play for Hawkesbury.
Yeah.
For 2 years, and then end up back at Windsor at 14, and then continued on into reps and whatnot later on. But
cool. We can get into that now. I was going to ask you about work and stuff, but actually, what do you do for a living?
I own a grader.
Yep.
So Earthmoving. A lot of people say a grader, like cheese grater. I get that a lot, like so much.
Fair dinkum.
Even my accountant said, like, "Oh, what's a grader?"
Yeah.
And so I always have to explain that. It's got wheels, 6 wheels and a blade. Build roads, subdivisions. Yeah, that's the bread and butter.
So it's your own business?
Yeah, started the business 15 months ago now.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
Yep.
Good, yeah. Got constant work, local. So, as I said at the start, nothing's really changed for me at the moment. I've been busy. I'm lucky. I'm blessed. Like, I've got work. It was a pretty big decision, but I was driven to do it. So.
Yeah. So 2 things. What made you get into Earthmoving, and why'd you start your own business?
Always loved dirt. So as a kid, my mum's father owned a grader.
Okay.
So he's in Brisbane, and he done all the, he's old school, 70 odd now. So early days where it was just all by eye, doing the motorways and everything. So I didn't really see all that as a baby, but always seen photos later on, and I just loved dirt. I had a big Jake, that was my tipper as like a toddler, and we supercharged the battery up so it flew around. I just wanted to be in dirt. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So that was what got me. It's funny, I've sort of done quite a few things to get around there, but I ended up back where I wanted to be. Yeah, cool. And the business question, I think I've got quite a few mates and a lot of them in the gym that all own their own businesses, and just being around that, it just makes you more driven to want to succeed. I just thought, stuff it, I'll give it a go. Actually, the company I work for, I went out on hourly hire to the contractor I'm at now. Okay. And I was there for 6 months and sort of was doing the work for someone else. I thought, I can do this. Just sort of started planning there. Yeah, cool. And went, let's have a crack.
Mate, that's the Aussie way, hey. You just got to have a go.
That's it. You'd feel like a bit of, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Not guilt, but like later on, like, oh, I could have done that.
You don't want the regret.
The regret, later. So I had a crack, and here we are.
Where do you want to take the business? Do you want a fleet of graders?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I've spoken to a few people about that. Is it worthwhile? The common answer I've got is the bigger you get, you probably won't stop growing because you can't. Yeah. And a few people with, let's call it 10 plus employees, have said, you're either got to stick to your couple or yourself, or you got to go big because that's where you'll get pushed. And he goes, the headaches and stresses, and I wish I could go back to just, me and one other or something like that. So, I mean, it's a bit different game than like a concreter, because I'm just me and my machine. Yeah. Owner, operator. And then you've got to start looking for work for the other one, and paying another bloke, and making sure, weather's not our friend in Earthmoving. Yeah, that's so true. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to.
And that's good, mate. I think people get into business too, and sometimes we're guilty of it, is trying to rush and trying to create this, just create, and it can happen too quickly.
Definitely.
I think the more patience you can put into business, the better. Yeah. and like I said, your plans and family might change in the next few years. So I think with business, you just got to be happy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you earn 50,000 and have your own business and you're happy, awesome.
That's it.
If
Definitely.
You're 300 grand and you're happy, awesome. But if you 180 and you're miserable, but you're happy at 80, like you just got to be.
That's the key, I think, mate. You've nailed that. Like, it's money's cool, but it's not everything. I think. Like I'm earning now more than I ever have.
Yeah.
But nothing's really changed. I can't wait to get home.
Yeah.
See the family, whatever. It makes you more comfortable, I think. Having a bit more, and when you need it, it's there. But it doesn't define you. I don't want it to define me.
Yeah.
Big believer in that.
Yeah, because if you start doing things for money, it's never enough.
Yeah, and I think you always chase. You're never happy. So that's probably going back to your business question, like where do you stop? 2, 3, 10.
Yeah.
There'll always be like, oh, I'll get another couple. So I don't know.
Yeah.
At the moment, pretty happy. I'm local.
Yep.
There's a lot of work around here in the construction industry, so it's working out good so far.
Yeah.
You never know what's around the corner, obviously. Yeah. With what's going on now in the world, but
awesome, mate. What have you done before? What was your first ever job?
First ever job was BP, Kermond.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I actually don't, because I live at Currajong.
Yep.
So I frequent that.
Yeah.
It's a good little servo there.
Mate, do you remember it when it was the shoebox? Okay.
No.
So that's a massive upgrade. It happened just after I started there.
Okay.
And so what's that, 15 years ago?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I forget what the title of the job.
14.
Yeah, 14. So Mum's family home, Mum and Glenn's home is just down Kermond Road, 3 houses on the left. So it was a walk to work and back, or the bike.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very glad they got me into the workforce early. Like, imagine 13, 14-year-old kids these days. Like,
oh, yeah.
I don't think they have jobs. Yeah, in a servo.
Yeah.
I'd only be packing shells, you do the cool room, the chips, lollies or whatever. Wasn't allowed to handle the cigarettes and all that stuff. Yeah. And I never got on the cash register. That was the girls' jobs back then. So I've done all the brunt work out the back. Yeah. But, mate, good times.
Yeah.
Got the girls to give me a little half-price chicken tender or pie and
perfect
Coke in the cool room and
living the dream.
Got an hour to go. So 3-hour shifts back then, mate.
Yeah.
Eternity back then.
Do you remember what your pay was per hour?
My starting pay was $7.80 an hour.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Like, and you were killing it. You got 32 for the shift.
Yeah.
Tax free.
Yeah.
Like $32 back then, mate. You're a king.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine now. Like,
no. My first job was at Macca's.
Okay.
And my mum used to. So I was on $5. I think it was $5.15 an hour, and my mum would drive me from Guildford to Wentworthville. Okay. And it'd be a 3-hour shift, so it'd be for $15.
More and petty. But it's not the money, is it?
It's not the money.
It's like it gives you that routine, the lessons. You're copying instructions off a boss.
Yep.
And it's not your family.
Yep.
It makes you grow up.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So that was the first job.
What else have you done?
I've done some landscaping.
Yeah.
Done a year of that. So
back in the dirt.
Yeah. It didn't end up working out that good there because it was a lot more maintenance.
Yeah.
Like lawn mowing side of contracts.
Yeah.
We didn't do a lot of retaining walls and all that stuff, which I thought I'd be getting into.
Yeah.
In between them two, when I left in year 10, I was always sporty, so I thought I might want to be the physio, go down that path.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to year 12, so I went to Meadowbank TAFE and done Cert 4 in massage.
Yeah, nice.
So, yeah. And then the following year, diploma, which I'm about 2 units short of remedial.
Get it, mate. Get after it.
I will finish that because, that'll eat at me. So, yeah, I've been told by quite a few people gifted with their hands.
Yep.
So, the missus probably doesn't see him as much.
I was going to say, the missus say that?
She gave her one the other night on the table. So,
nice.
Yeah. She felt good, I think. So.
Appreciated it.
Yeah, I gave her a massage, by the way. That's where I was getting at.
I wasn't talking about massage.
Mate, so that was the plan.
Yeah.
and then it sort of footy happened. I know we've jumped sort of back and forth, but that was 15 years old, catching a train. Again, now you say a 15-year-old gets up and changes at Strathfield to get to Meadowbank at 9 in the morning. You'd be like, what? He's not going alone, but that's just the way it was.
It was, mate. You had to go on your own.
Mum couldn't drive me, and she had 3 other kids to worry about. So it made me grow up big time as well. I was the youngest by far. There was 2 19-year-olds back then. I thought they were like adults. You know what I mean? I was 15, and then you've got blokes that were like 42 in my class. So I'm having conversations with them. Yeah. And it made me mature.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
quickly.
Yeah, mate. When you're around older people, it does. It makes you grow up quicker.
They don't want to listen to me, and I watched Dragon Ball Z this morning before the train. Great show too.
Back to footy, mate. So you had a bit of a career there. So from Cambridge Park onwards, did you always play up front in the forwards?
No, mate. I actually was a 5'8".
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense now, because you know how I was watching your
YouTube
highlights the other day. It was a bit Johnny Cartwright-like.
A
bit of skills.
I've copped that before, actually. I'll take that. That's a good rap.
So 5'8" you started as?
Yeah, started at 5'8". That was at the Hawkesbury days. And then, I moved up a division every year. I played footy. Yeah. And Glenn had a mate who was a CEO of Windsor Leagues back then, and he come and watch me play and got me over to Div 1. So back then, under 14s was the start of Windsor. Div 1, and we ended up getting towed up nearly every week there. Like, these kids were beards, like 6 foot tall, as big as me and you now. St Mary's were the guns. They won like 10 years in a row. Yeah. Out of that 17, I think the development squad, there was 15 of them. So 15 rep players in the side, and they'd tear you up by 50 by maybe 5 minutes in the second half. Yeah. And he's a skinny white kid. So I went from fat in year 7 to leaned out a little bit and then looked anorexic. Yeah. And you're welcome to Div 1. That was 14s. Yeah. Into 15s, that was the first year I got a start in development squad. Yep. So there was
as a 5'8"?
No, so into the back row.
Okay.
Yep, was a back rower. Yep. From 14. Chris Carl again gave me, give me a little nudge into the development, give me a taste, along with his son, who's a good mate of mine, and another couple of boys. I think it was 3 or 4 of us from Windsor. Yep. And trained my ass off. Probably didn't deserve to make it when I did in the development, but the Harold Mats, you'd be aware of all that. Yeah, you get a squad of 50 there in October. This was the first big break, really. So 50, I was not a big name or anything like that. I wasn't a superstar. I made the top 15 off the bat. Yeah. So I was pretty much in the final squad. Yeah. And then
do you think that was because of your skill at the time or your fitness?
Bit of both. Yeah. Very, very fit, not fast, but stamina. Back then, I could run 800s all day if I had to. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Same as now?
Same as that, but a lot slower.
What did you love about rugby league back then? Like, why continue on with rugby league and not soccer?
Ever since I can remember, we'd be on the lounge room floor Origin night, and you'd get on the knees and get cushions, and me and Pat would just run at each other, tackle each other. That was just it. Origin. Yeah. You'd hear Rabs come on and you'd fire up. Yeah. I was 6 years old. I wanted to run through the TV. Yeah. Yeah. So I always loved it.
It's just in the blood.
It must be in the blood. Yeah. 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 So, mate, just developed from mats into SG ball up an age. The year later, we went through undefeated.
So just 1 year in Harold Matthews.
1 year. Yeah. Yep. My own age. Went undefeated all year. Had a very good side. Got beaten by Para in the GF. First loss of the year. Gutted. Gutted.
Yeah. Yeah. That's tough.
So they had a really good side too, and we didn't meet all year until the GF, and they got us by 6 points. So that was, I tore my quad 2 weeks earlier in the first semi, and got needled up to get through the year.
Wow.
So we've got quite a few injuries. A couple of centres went down, a winger, but the squad we had, you could rely on the bloke that was coming in.
Yeah. You had some depth.
We had good depth.
Yeah.
And yeah, but still, that hurts.
Yeah,
we went undefeated all year, and to lose to Para of all people, Chris Smith. I hate Para. I know you're listening. So
Mate, they're leading the comp this year.
They will not make the 8. Let's put that on record.
Yeah, all right, cool.
I'm going to owe people a few cases after this.
I'm with you, mate. I'm not a fan of Para.
No.
My brother's a mad supporter.
Yeah.
And he's, my nephews, he's brainwashed my nephews.
Mate, what's doing? Like,
I don't know.
They're a different breed, Para.
They are. Yeah.
They honestly are. But, so that one still hurts, that loss. And then... Yeah,
just 1 year in SG Ball, or did you do
2? So I played up an age. There was a Western Academy.
Yep.
So the year later, we'd just been beaten by these Para blokes. Penrith and Para obviously picked their SG Ball age. A lot of them were. A few of our boys made up an age Penrith. I think it was 2.
Yep.
And they were sort of our guns. And the other half of our 17-year-olds and Para's 17-year-olds, they had a Western Academy of Sport. So we actually were in the same team as them the next year. Which was quite interesting that first day of pre-season, like, you bastards, like, we still don't forgive you.
Was there any banter?
There was heaps. Like, they gave it to us and you sort of had to cop it. So without going into depth about that year, the greatest moment was we beat Penrith at Penrith. We beat the 18-year-olds as a Western Academy. So by then I'm in the front row. That's the transition that year.
Yeah, right.
Skinny front rower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Yeah. Because I sort of lost. I had skill and an offload, but I didn't have that pace. Like, you need pace as a back rower.
Yeah. Did you start putting on size then?
Yeah, that year I probably did. And going into our own age group the year later, that's when we got stuck into the weights, and we're still really fit as an 18-year-old. Jeez, I wish I had that fitness still.
Yeah. Yeah.
It burns.
Don't we all?
Mate, you were a winger.
Yeah, so in first grade, I was on the wing.
Yep.
But all of my 21s and reserve, like back then there was reserve grade.
Yep.
It was centre or fullback.
Okay.
Yeah, mate.
You're a gay winger.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get that in.
Yeah. And back then too, wingers were like treated as wingers. Yeah. Like now they're powerhouses, and
they're
they
bigger
get
than the front rowers.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good times. But did you go Jersey Fleet, or was it Toyota Cup?
Yeah, so as an 18-year-old, last 3 games of that year, so SG Ball finishes mid-year.
Yep.
Got the call up to the under-20 squad, Toyota Cup back then, or Toyota Cup it was.
Yep.
So I'm playing for Penrith.
Yep.
I got 3 games in at the end of the year. So I'm like really not that big yet. I'm 18 and I'm versing guys. I'm playing with Wade Graham.
Yep.
Greg Waddell, one of the best to never play grade. Like guys that you're like, what? Like you'd always see them in the gym, they'd always be finished or starting to train when we'd finish as kids, and you're like, I'm in the same team as these dudes. Like,
Did that was start to really motivate you?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. That's when I thought, geez, I want to do this so bad.
Yeah.
And they constantly tell you at the start of every year, there's 3% in this room of 60 that'll make it. And you always think, I want to be a part of that 3%. It might be 2 blokes.
Yeah.
Like, and you'd always think, I'll be one of them blokes.
Yep.
Which, that drives you. And the mateship, like some of the boys I've become mates with, like they're brothers now. Like, oh mate, under 18s was a good year. I had my 18th over at North Richmond Community Hall, the whole SG Ball squad. It was actually fell on the last day. We got beaten in a semi by Melbourne. Then the 18th was out at North Richmond. So you got the boys from Mount Druitt coming out. Like, 2 of my good mates were from Queensland. They come down to Penrith that year to play. So it was like call it a mad Monday really, my 18th. Yeah, it got out of control.
The bond that you have with blokes that you play rugby league with is second to none.
No, as you know, and we'll, a lot of stories that we've been through won't make this podcast.
Maybe that could be another podcast.
Mate, mate, some of the laughs and like the banter, the mateship, like you do a session, like a real, even in here, like when you're in the trenches and you look over and like they're in the trenches too, And when you get out of that and it's all over, like, you just look at each other, clap hands or give them a hug.
Yeah.
It's like that on the field. That was like the natural high you'd get. Like, you defend 3 sets in a row and you keep them out. And then you go down the other end and score. It's like, you can't beat that.
On your the YouTube video that I was watching, you're making 2, 3, sometimes 4 tackles in a row, and I'm watching it feeling inspired. So when your mates are in the trenches with you, and they see one of your mate next to you, and he's making 3, 4 tackles in a row,
that fires you up.
Oh yeah.
You just think, how a little bloke if they do it? You get your halfback, chase him from marker and chop down the front rower. Like, come on, man, we got to lift here. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you then went. Did you go into Toyota Cup the following year?
Cup. So I was that was 18. So 19 was my first year of my own age, you could say.
Yeah.
So Toyota Cup. Didn't go to the plan that year. I ended up getting dropped. Probably about 8 games to go.
Yeah.
Form and injury. Yeah. Wasn't where it needed to be. So that was a bit of a disappointing year. The team didn't go that great anyway.
Yeah.
I think we run 12th.
Yeah.
And then going fast forward to 2012, I was 20 that year. So it was the last year of Toyota Cup.
Yeah, it's make or break,
Big year to, and I think I started, I don't know, we made the first semi, got knocked out by the Dragon. I would have started 20 odd games at front row. So a mate of mine kicked on, Reggie Campbell-Gillard was in that side. So that was who I was sort of competing against. And
now at Para?
Now at Para.
Must have broke your heart.
Yeah, I just, give him a silent little message. I said, mate, all them years we hated them.
Yeah.
And here you are. But no, he's really happy.
Yeah. Did you feel that was a good year for you?
Mate, very good year.
Yep.
I thought that was, but probably I didn't give it everything away from the field, which is the regrets you have now.
Yeah.
Staying focused all the time, recovery. 20-year-old kid get lost up in a bit of things. Was playing good footy, but probably didn't back that. As I now know, you need to recover well, you need to prepare well and do it again and again, and you sort of might have got a good game here, like string a few good games together, but maybe a bit of luck in that.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing 100% what the things I should have been doing away from the field. So got really good feedback through the year from the coach. Garth Brennan was the coach then. That was his first year down there. So very, very good coach. For those that aren't footy heads, he ended up coaching Gold Coast Titans for 2 years before he got let go. I think he was a bit of a scapegoat there. Yeah,
definitely, mate. Because some people I respect in the game, spoke so highly of him, like constantly.
Yep.
And I think he was given I don't think he was given much of a chance at the Titans.
No, I think you're spot on there. So loves the game of footy.
Yeah.
Ex-copper.
Yeah.
So I was a bit iffy on that.
I'm an ex-cop.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, mate.
No, I've got nothing against coppers. My next door neighbour's a cop.
Fair dinkum.
Yeah, like what I meant a bit iffy, there was a bit of like a drill sergeant type thing.
Yeah. There's 2 types of cops.
But the way that bloke could get you up for a game, never had that.
Yeah.
From anyone else.
Yeah.
Like you'd be playing Gold Coast in the 20s, we beat them by 78 points that year. Yeah, at home. But he made it feel like you're playing, who was the top side in 20s with us? I don't know, like the Dogs.
Yeah.
Or something, like a real tough game.
Yeah.
He made it feel like, right, we're going out for a semi, you don't perform, you're not picked next week.
Yeah.
Every week he'd be able to lift. You
just want to play for him.
Yeah, the video sessions on the Friday, you do a few clips of the other team and whatever. That captain's run every Friday, you'd just be buzzing can't wait to get to the game. So very good at that.
Yeah.
Very, very good. So got to the end of the year.
Yep.
And I felt like I've done enough to earn a contract and go and train full time.
Yep.
They didn't see it that way. They just said my body wasn't where it needed to be at the time, which I can understand now. I was filthy on it at that moment, but I went to play for Windsor in reserve grade. So back then, Penrith for reserve grade was Windsor Wolves.
Yep.
So I done a pre-season with them, and then obviously after the pre-season, you don't make the 17 in first grade, you get dropped back to our team.
Yep.
So I spent the first 11, 12 games dropped back to Ron Massey Cup because all the grade guys come down.
Yep.
Got my debut at New South Wales Cup level. I was 21, about midway through the season.
Yeah, nice.
We ended up winning 12 in a row.
Yeah.
All the way to the GF. And we got pumped by Cronulla. So I'm playing with legends like Nathan Smith.
Yeah.
Cameron Serraldo.
Yep.
Jeff Daniela was still there. Blake Austin, Matt Moylan. Guys that are now like established first graders.
Yep.
This is sort of before they really kicked it.
That's a good side.
Mate, we had a great side. Great boys. Cronulla had a better side.
Yeah.
Chad Townsend, Tyron Peachy, Fafita's brother, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
They had a very good side. And they were actually joined with Melbourne Storm that year.
There's some big names in there.
Huge names.
Across both sides.
Jordan McLean, front rower.
Yeah.
Like he's a man mountain, mate.
Yeah.
Like he's one of the toughest blokes to tackle I've ever versed.
Yeah.
So really, grand final day, can't beat it. But that's now 2 in a row that I've lost.
That would have been a cracking game.
It was so hot that day.
Yeah.
And they were freakish. Like they had 10, 12 first graders out there.
Yeah.
So you just couldn't, if they held the ball, which they did, and we made a few errors, you couldn't compete. I think they put 40 on us from memory. It was a bit somber, but Mad Monday was unreal.
Yeah.
That was one of the best ones I've had. Nathan Smith is a legend.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little story.
Yeah, go on.
We're at the Rex at Windsor.
Yeah.
And he's gone missing for half an hour. And he walks out with his hands in the air. $5,000 cash he's won on the pokes. And that was late in the arvo on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Monday. It was the Monday. Sunday was, we went elsewhere and ended up back at the club on the Monday morning. Bit sore heads.
Boys rallied around.
Boys lifted.
Yeah.
Like there's some seasoned campaigners there.
Yeah.
And mate, that was late in the day and it just gave us another gear.
Yeah.
So that was unreal.
There's nothing better when one of the boys wins big.
It was, and very, very generous bloke too. So
nice.
You know, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So that was great. That was a good year. Leads me into probably the best year of my life.
Yeah.
I jagged a contract with the West Tigers.
Yeah.
So I trained full time.
How old are you now?
22.
Yeah.
So 22. Full time pre-season to Concord. So I'm travelling from Kermon to Concord every morning.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a carpool partner was Blakey Austin. That was his first year at the Tigers as well.
Yeah.
He was obviously on a bigger contract, expected to play grade. Got the chance really.
Yeah.
And tried to make the most of it. Like knew how lucky I was.
Yep.
The hour and a half drives each way were tough. I was in the hypertrophy group because they wanted to put a bit of size on me. So I was training at 6 in the gym. So I'm leaving at 4:30 in the morning.
Yep.
6, finish at 7, field at 7:30 for a matter of hours, and then you do another gym in the arvo, and then I'll get home at like 5, 6 in the arvo. So they were big days.
Yeah.
Trying to live the dream.
Yep.
On not much money.
Yep.
Yeah, like $25,000 contract then.
Yeah.
Which it's people will be like, oh, that's pretty good, but my gym partner's Adam Blair on $550,000.
Yeah.
So, put, you know,
give it some context.
Yeah, give it some context there. But I made some great mates there, some absolute legends.
Yeah.
So I still to this day, I think we've spoken about it.
Yeah.
Mick Potter was the coach there, and I'd train my ass off, and I thought I'd done enough.
Yeah.
I was actually the boys got a tap on the shoulder. This is the second last day of pre-season before Chrissy. All the part-time boys that were just there for sort of train and trial, or cup boys that got a chance to train full-time.
Yeah.
All got the tap the day earlier. Yep, thanks mate, good effort. You're going back to cup. We'll just monitor how you go. I didn't get the tap that day. So I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? I haven't heard anything from the manager or anything that they're going to keep me up there, but you sort of had a bit of hope and you thought, yeah, I've done the work.
Yeah.
I had a good pre-season. And then finally the day after, Potter's just come up and, mate, we can't afford to keep you up here. That was the answer I got, which still burns me now. Like, I said, mate, if I'm not good enough, you just like give it to me straight. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
some feedback.
Yeah, any feedback. Like, he gave me good feedback. Love the player I was. Blah blah blah. But yeah, to hear that, and it still burns me today. Like, I'd rather be told you just don't have what it takes.
Yeah, 100%.
At least I can go back and work on something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that sort of gutted me to hear that and not get clarification on exactly what they wanted to hear. That I want to keep you up here, but we just can't afford to pay you at the moment. I think it was a bit of a cop out.
Yeah.
And yeah, not saying I should have been there.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate.
That was a big part of big moment in, like, sort of broke me a little bit.
Yeah.
And you always go back to that moment where the regrets start coming in your head and
Yeah.
should have done this or that. But yeah, that was
Do you feel there was anything more you could have done?
definitely now.
Okay.
Definitely now. Yeah. I think so. To make it as a professional athlete, you need desire all the time. You need to sacrifice a lot. That's a big word.
Yeah.
You need to sacrifice a lot, and you need to. I probably can't find the words here, but you need to go into your zone and stay there. Don't get out of your lane. You know,
Yeah.
you want that. You got to work for it. It doesn't get handed to you. Nothing does. Yeah, I was probably too young and still now caught up in. You know, I'd love a drink after a game, and
Yeah.
I'd always go. I'd never. Probably 8 out of 10, I'd say, yeah, I'll go out. Where it should have been 1 out of 10, a bye week, and which we always did anyway. But that should have been the 1 or 2 times a year. So there's always little regrets, man.
Yeah. I think those people that, you know, they are the people that have those 10-year careers, 12-year careers. They don't go out. They work on their recovery. They're in the gym.
Diets, key.
Everything is dialed in.
Exactly. And so much respect for blokes that can do that. It's not easy. It's really not easy. A lot of people think footy players have the life, but you'd be a bottom-tiered bloke. Like, you're working your ring out. Like, I know it's very lucky to be given that chance, but it's not all roses.
And your body's hurting. You're carrying injuries constantly.
All year. You get needled up. You get strapped up. You might not train for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then you're into like a 5-day turnaround game.
Yeah.
Gets tough.
Yeah. Mate, I know you've got to go. We can, you're okay?
Yeah, we can continue.
What do you miss most about it?
Probably that routine. Yeah, that routine of seeing the boys ripping in. Nothing beats running out onto the field. Yeah. That high.
Yeah.
Nothing beats that. Even though you played first grade, mate, you got there, the dream. I played some grand final days. Hearing that crowd go up and the butterflies you get and the hairs on your backs, and I was a front rower.
I got goosebumps now.
Yeah, mate. It's unreal, isn't it? Like, and I was a front rower. Very lucky enough to take a few of them first carries. Yeah. Or if you're defending, you get down there and just whack the bloke. The best you can.
Yeah. For those that don't know or haven't played rugby league, because one of the things I miss is receiving that ball and running as fast as you can into a bunch of blokes that want to kill you.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like?
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
Like, there's always not fear. I was never scared. But it's always like, this is going to hurt, sometimes. Yeah. But the best feeling was, like, I'd try and put myself in the mind frame, you're not going to hurt me. And, like, I'd run harder. Like, especially the start of the game, like, you get the bumpers up and you just go, like, stop me. Try and stop me. Yeah. Geez, a lot of boys that I've tackled on the other side, so I bet they'll think the same thing. Yeah, I tried to stop him. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I've been run straight over.
That's the beauty of it, but sometimes you just smash the bloke, and then other times they smash you.
Yeah.
So it's a constant challenge.
It's all part of it. Yeah, that's right.
I really miss that 1 minute before you run out with the boys.
Or the 2-minute bell goes.
Coach is done. Everyone's done. It's just the captain and the boys.
Yep.
I miss that 1 minute and then running out. those two.
You're probably right. You're taking me back now. Like I was very lucky to be a captain for a lot of.
Yeah.
Like I was captain majority of the sides I was in.
Yep. Did you enjoy that role?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it, and even going back to the last year I played footy, we won the A grade comp with Windsor. That was the best.
Yep.
Still like revving the boys up. Like here, we were dialed in that day. We knew we were going to win.
Yeah.
We had a very good A grade side.
Yeah.
And still like the chat, like, yeah, let's go boys. Let's just one more job. Like just looking around and seeing like if you can rev your mate up. It's the best. Like what I was trying to say, like lucky enough to be able to speak in that moment, because a lot of times you're huddled in and you let the captain speak. There might be one other senior bloke that says something, but hands in and get out there like you just run through a brick wall.
Yeah. Some captains say very little, some say a lot. Do you
play with both?
Yeah.
Yep.
Depending on the situation.
There's always the situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes no words needed.
Yeah.
And sometimes you've got to sort of gauge where you're at.
Sometimes the occasion takes care of itself, definitely. And you just need to.
The coach sometimes revs you up that much.
Yeah.
I've had games where we're all silent, and then you run out, and then you just play unbelievable.
Yeah.
And there's times where you try and bit of a cover up. You try and talk your way through it, and you end up missing tackles, falling off, and they've scored 3 tries 12 minutes in, and you're thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah, yeah.
It's very, very different. Very easy game, rugby league.
It is.
We just really make it hard for ourselves.
Yeah.
And
it's a simple game made difficult by simple people.
It is like, it's a beautiful game though.
It is. Because there's something, I think the only way I can describe it is there's something primal about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's something you don't get to. There's not a lot of times in society anymore where you get to have that physical release of aggression, and violence, and in a way that is sport. I miss that.
Yeah, man, you're totally right. We'll probably get in a wrestle session anyway.
Were you able to punch, or
no, not really.
That sort of started to fade out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like you'd be sent, like for sure.
So
we have been in a few punch-ons, but you'd always, if you were the main instigator, you're sent. Like, it wasn't worth it. As you get into them rep squads, good on you. Like you can punch, you've just let the team down. That was what was drummed into us. Which, it was a clean, good, hard game of footy. Yeah. I played a lot of years of that type of footy. Yeah. Like it is now, like the professional side of it. You're an athlete, you're not there to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as we got short tempers out on that field, you might have a push and shove, but I think you see more of that stuff in the local footy. Yeah. Where there's no real consequences. Who cares?
It's the consequences.
Yeah. But have been in a few stinks,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You, with the grand final that you won, your brother was playing as well?
Paddy was playing.
Extra special?
The best, mate.
Yeah.
The best. Like, a lot of mates from a lot of local Windsor boys in that one. Yeah. I know it's been a bit footy orientated, this chat, but
mate, that's what these podcasts are about. It's your life.
Yeah.
And it
was a big part of it for a long time.
It's a huge part of it. For a long time, and you got to, a professional level. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that'll be listening to this that played rugby league that never got that opportunity or that far, and so mate, it's your life.
Yeah. I think like with Paddy, like he had a great year too. Like he's so naturally talented. Yeah. Way more than me. But everyone's always said if he had my mentality and his talent, like he'd probably be 5 years in the first grade by now. Yeah.
So he's knocking on the door?
He's knocking on the door. He's full-time with Penrith at the moment. Yeah. And even,
how good?
Yeah, like the way he finally switched on, because, there was a big chance he was going to waste his talent. He just turned his body into, like, fit, rock hard, impressed. Yeah. He's impressing there. Yeah. Hopefully will set himself up for that full-time gig. Yep. He's full-time training, but he's not actually full-time contracted, so it's a bit of a weird one. Yep. But he's still there and thereabouts now, even with this whole outbreak happening. he's still amongst that, and hopefully they get to return in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the grand final, he had a ripper game too. Like he played unreal. Paddy would run off the back fence 20 yards out and like full steam by the time that tap is taken.
Yeah.
And like doesn't slow down.
Yeah.
Like just barrels into the line. So seeing your younger brother do that,
Yeah.
you've got to give me the ball. I've got to
can
do
you
that.
not?
I know.
Yeah.
And we're different players. But yeah, that inspires you, especially playing with your brother. And then, mate, as a footy player, there's no better time than Mad Monday.
Yeah, there is not.
After winning a grand final.
Yeah.
Like that was, I won one, I'm not even going to call it a win. I lost 4, and that was my first win. I did win a Tier B one. So Tier A and Tier B, you'd start in the one comp, there'd be 11 sides.
Yep.
After round 7, top 5 would be Tier A, and we're in at 6th.
Yeah.
We won the Tier B grand final 60-0.
Yeah.
It's not even the memory.
Yeah.
So I've won 4, I've lost 4, and I've won that one A grade grand final.
Yeah.
Out of all the years, 50 reserve grade games, like, you know, played a lot of footy. To win one in the last year of footy, potentially, I think it will be.
Yeah.
Loza doesn't want me to go back now.
I was going to say, is it the end of the footy career, or is there still that?
I think with the business and everything, I don't want to be selfish, and a father and that now, like, it takes a lot of time.
It does.
Even the park footy, it's 2 nights a week, a weekend, pretty much all day, really.
Yeah.
Unless you play at home, you're still focused on footy.
Yeah.
Even down in that level, I'd prepare like I was playing for Penrith again. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't drink the night before or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I think it is over, but I've left on a good note.
Yeah, and that's sometimes you just need to find peace in that.
Yeah.
And also to
hard to do that.
It is, mate. And 28, 29, 30, the knocks start to hurt a bit more. The recovery is just a little bit longer, so the effort's got to be a little bit more.
Definitely.
You know, you got a business.
Yeah,
kid,
that's the big thing. It'd be a selfish thing to try and go and do my ankle round 1, not work.
Which happens, man.
It does.
Yeah.
It probably would happen to me. I did do a few hammies in them later years.
Yeah.
Didn't stop me working, but geez, it's tough to get going again.
Yeah, yeah. You might have to just see how it goes for a little while, get the business going. Once the kids are a bit older,
jeez,
go Masters.
I might get the Oz tag on. Just tag me, no tackle. I'll be like the 74-year-old grandpa having a run. No contact.
Mate, I'd be out there now. They'd just allow you to score a try just to feel, because they'd feel sorry for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Mate, you got a lot of pace in that video.
Mate, it's
for everyone that doesn't know.
Well, that's what got me through was my pace. But anyway, we'll do a podcast later and talk all things footy.
Yeah, right.
We can talk some stories and some stuff. Did you have a coach that was most influential?
Yeah, I think Garth Brennan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one for me. Very good coach. Just the way, at that time of my life, the way he got you up and motivated for every game.
Yeah.
And away from footy too, like he'd make sure, he'd know if something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And he'd sort of be a mate as well, so that was good.
Good man manager.
Yeah, good man manager.
All the best coaches are.
They all want to win.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. You might be a good bloke, but if you're not the best player in that 17, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Which is how it is. It's a bit cutthroat.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Breno.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Did you have any superstitions?
I don't know. I feel like I always put both socks on before. You know, some people go sock, boot.
Yep.
I'm like sock, boots. Can't tie my shoelaces up to save me life, so I can't do it.
Did someone else have to do it for you?
Here's like a bit of a secret about my life.
Yeah.
People are going to think I'm an idiot. I only learnt the old one bow and a round like 8 months ago.
Yeah, right.
I was the 2 bunny ears and loop them up. That's disgusting, eh? Like I'm 28.
No, that's fine, mate.
So there's a little
I'll
secret of Sam Hollis.
I'll let you off.
Yeah. Superstitions, mate.
So who tied
I
your
wore the
boots?
same pair as... So I tied them, but then I'd tape them.
Yeah, okay.
Because they would come undone.
Yeah.
The laces. And then, half time, the tape's all over them, so you don't want to start again, so you just tape them even more. Yeah. But I'd wear the same pair of skins.
Okay.
Same pair all year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd start trials, and then that'd be I've still got them in the drawer. I wear them to these Saturday wads.
Yep.
try and help me out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's probably the only superstition, the skins.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think every player... Did you get nervous before a game?
Yeah, bloody oath.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And someone told me nerves are good.
Yeah.
It means you're ready, you're dialed in.
Yeah.
So I sort of took it like that. You'd always want to perform. You never want to let the boys down.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't always play well, but that's life.
Yeah. I used to have to, I couldn't put my mouth guard in until I was out on the field and the kickoff happened.
Okay.
Anything went in my mouth, I'd vomit.
Yeah,
So I was
what
so
blokes are
nervous.
like that.
Yeah.
Must be a winger thing.
How'd you start CrossFit?
How did I start CrossFit? So shout out to the conditioning crew. Very late in the piece for the shout out. I told them I'd give them
Guy Carter,
Aaron Hanfield, Brady Harris, Mike Reardon, Wayne Berrigan, which we will get the scale comp in eventually. He's my partner, Wayno, and Chris Hopper.
Mate, that Arete throwdown when we open again, will be epic.
Yeah,
it'll be huge.
I'm so in for that.
Yeah.
Scale comp. There's a few weapons in this gym.
Mate, I think by then you'll be RX.
RX, you reckon?
I reckon so.
Jeez, I don't know.
Same with
about
Wayne. Come on.
Yeah.
He's
going
be fine.
Good. So, how did I get into it? Rito pestered me. Guy actually did it a long while ago.
Yep.
But I was not that motivated to train. You know, we're a bit the same in that sense. We've spoken about it. The team environment gets me going.
Yep.
Probably from playing so many years.
Yep.
I find it very hard to go to the gym 1 out and train and rip in.
Yep.
So I finally come down. I think it was a Saturday. And loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. And
it
I got
feels like a footy environment.
It does.
Yeah.
That same sort of feeling, like the session.
Yeah.
I'm like, how good's this? Like 40 minutes max.
Yep.
Work hard, done.
Yep.
And then from then, and Andrew Cordero. I won't forget him. He's my little coach in the mornings.
Yeah.
Apart from Johnny and Shay.
He's solid, isn't he?
He's a weapon.
Consistent. Loves
he looks like Henry Cavill, Superman.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Like with the shirt off, with the hairy, like the rug on the chest, and mate, the hair goes back a bit when we're 50 wall balls in. I can't get over it. It's him.
Yeah.
You maybe need to edit something. He'll put his face next to Henry's.
I'll put it up with this.
Yeah, like
we could probably start a poll.
You're a weapon, mate.
Yeah. He's been awesome here.
Yeah, I know he's been around a little bit.
How are you training now with us being closed and?
It took me a few weeks to sort of probably sulked a little bit, which is very selfish.
I think we've all done a fair bit of sulking the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, so 2 weeks I did nothing, and then I snapped out of it. And we got a group chat, all them guys I just spoke about. So guys like mental, he'll train twice a day, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Has issues, I think, to do that and train hard every time.
Yeah.
He sort of just come on, get into it. Just start, and
he's just getting better and better.
He's very good. So it's good constantly, all day, every day. He's just like, this is on today, and I've got my own little program with Johnny, which is awesome. Done a Sunday with Rito. I couldn't walk for 3 days after it. I'm just was blown away. But after them 3 days, I just got into Johnny. I said, let's get into it.
Yeah.
And I don't train every day.
Yep.
I get 4 to 5 in a week, which is what works for my life.
Yep.
So I'm not sort of sacrificing family time.
Yeah. I always say that, with training, it just do what feels good and what suits your life.
That's right.
Because we're all different.
That's right.
Yeah, man, that's good.
I'm loving it, but it is what it is. It's not ideal for anyone.
Yep.
But I think you see the page, everyone's ripping in. It does
Mate, I can't wait to open again.
Being in here now,
yeah,
the smell. It's just something about it. Usually walking through there at 5:10. Shale Johnny's right on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
You're getting pumped on a roller or bike. Yeah, I miss it. I do miss it.
Yeah. Well, mate, once we got some big plans, and we plan to be around for a long time. So
that's good. I hope so.
You're not going anywhere.
You've inspired a lot of people. I think.
It's good.
Everyone. I've never heard a bad word.
I want everyone to feel like how that footy team environment, that camaraderie, that bond, where you make friends and friends last.
I think you've built that here.
And it's. I think we just need to. You just got to care about the people that you're with, and then it grows organically.
Yeah, exactly. Like you sort of got the guys, I'll say the experienced guys in here. I noticed straight away, Tommy Galeas, Clarkey. You got blokes here that have probably been here from the start, I'm guessing. Brad Evans, like they always they give you a tip, like you know, I come in like a busted ass and what's he doing over there? Like we're doing power cleans, mate. You know? Always willing to give you a tip. You know, they've walked over mid session and say like, he's gonna do your back in, see me, like that's what I love. You know, and if
Everyone
I can pass anything on
other.
in 6 months when I'm getting a bit better at it, it's really good.
I never wanted an environment where there was egos.
No.
And you felt uncomfortable. Like you want people that are good at it to give other members tips and help them out, because that's what a community does.
That's it. And on the other side of it, there's a mad, healthy competition amongst the lads here, which is good.
Because that
very good
everyone.
CrossFit. I don't know a lot of them personally, but obviously you come in and you see it on Sugar Wad, like there's some weapons in here. There really is.
Mate, good things to come.
Yeah, we can't wait.
I know you got to go. A couple more things. Any fears or phobias?
Sharks.
Yeah, right.
Massive. Don't know what.
You don't like the beach?
I love the beach. Never be the furthest man out. That's my motto.
Sacrifice someone else.
Always.
Someone else.
Even if it's the missus, or like, baby, get out there, eh? Sharks. It's weird. I love Shark Week, but like, I'm a messed up unit when it comes to sharks.
I get it, man. Because I'm scared of flying.
Okay.
But I love planes.
Yeah, there you go. It is weird.
I get it.
That's that'd be the only really phobia. I don't know. I should have thought about that more.
Yeah.
No real fears. Like I do. Yeah. No real fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we sort of touched on this before, but it's sort of a last one of the last questions. You go back to teenage Sam.
Oh, jeez. Give him a punch in the face.
Yeah. Is there any advice you'd give him now?
Should have listened to my parents more.
Yep.
In many assets of life.
Yeah.
I would just realise what chance I had and how close I was, and I'd change a lot of things. Yeah. I would. That was the dream. Footy was a big part of this chat. That was the dream.
Yeah.
You know, and I very nearly got there.
Yeah. Which
makes me think now, fuck, I could have got there.
Yeah.
I had to change a lot of things, and probably, I don't know. Probably had an attitude problem that might have stemmed from other things as well as a kid.
Probably.
Just in my own head, I think. I definitely. If anyone says I wouldn't change anything in the past, they're probably lying to you. So
definitely.
In regards to that, like diet, just everything, fine tune a lot of things.
Yeah.
And could be, I don't know, might be in a different spot now, but very happy. Regrets, but don't have regrets.
Yep.
I'm so happy. I've got a beautiful family.
Yep.
Business. Come and train at a mad gym.
Yeah. Mate, awesome. I think if there's any young guys out there that are on the cusp of making it in some form of sport or life, come and speak to either one of us, and we can talk to you about regret or doing things you need to be doing to succeed. Come and see us, because it's something that eats at you.
It does.
You can't go back and change it.
No, you can't. You made it, and you've still got little regrets and stuff.
Massive regrets, man. And so we'll definitely do a second podcast so we can talk about all of that stuff, like footy and things that we needed to do better, how it affected, it's affected us at 28 and 45. So we can. I reckon that would be good.
100%. Maybe a few Mad Monday stories,
mate.
I know you've played with some legends of the game too. The West Tigers one, unreal, but that's for a later date.
Yeah, definitely. All right, mate, just a couple quick rapid fire questions I ask everyone.
Yes.
Favourite takeaway meal?
Oh, Aldo's, Richmond.
Beautiful. Favourite all-time movie?
Oh, mate. Inception.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Leo.
Yep.
I've watched it 29 times, easily.
Yep.
Very close second, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, two different movies, aren't they?
I'm a different.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've got a variety of music tastes, movies, music.
Yeah.
I like a bit of everything.
Beautiful. If you had any elite talent or superpower, what would you have? You had to pick one.
I'd love to fly, I reckon.
Yep.
Imagine flying down and getting a coffee and 10 seconds later you're back home.
Yeah.
That'd be
too
cool.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And down to your last $20 and then it's all over, how would you spend it?
These days, I'd make sure the girls have got food in their belly, and yeah, the old me probably would have put it through Big Red or you know, what's the favourite at Rose Hill, Payne?
Yep.
Yeah, these days make sure the girls are looked after.
We'll go with the first answer.
Yes, let's go with that.
Awesome. Sam Hollis, thanks so much, man.
Thanks,
I really
Craig.
appreciate your time,
Thank
brother.
you very much,
and,
mate.
We'll do this again, okay?
Love to be here. Thanks,
mate.
Cheers.
All right, I'll just